everyone, so today I'm gonna talk about how to take care of Boston ferns. Turns out these guys are not that easy to take care of. They're quite high maintenance. So if anybody else had troubles with like browning, like this leaf over here, you see a lot of like parts of the leaf dying, and like this guy here, all the way to just like minor discolorations like this one here. You can see a bunch of like browning right along the middle here. This is not a good sign. Instead, your leaf should look like this one here, or like this one here. And so after I tried a bunch of different things, I figured out what works for me, and I thought maybe other people might find that helpful. And Boston ferns are a really good plant to have. It really helps to purify the air, and so it's a plant that I really like and recommend. Anyways, okay, so let's get started. First thing first, in terms of sunlight, I found that my Boston fern likes indirect sunlight, and that's what they say on the internet. Yeah, I put mine over like here, like right beside my bed, where it gets, and my window is like over there, so you know, it's indirect sunlight pretty much throughout the whole day. And yeah, I think the sun is not the problem. The problem was creating the kind of humid environment that it likes. So in order to do that, this is what I've come up with. And I don't know if you can tell, but like the new growth like is doing a lot better. Like the ones like on the very bottom are the ones where I noticed that my Boston fern wasn't very happy, and so I started trying a bunch of things. And now like the newer growth, like this one, like this one, like they look healthier, right? It's because I kind of figured out what they like, and I'm gonna share those tips with you guys. Okay, so what I do first is this one. So because Boston ferns like humidity, and they like their leaves to get wet too, but I'll talk about how I handle that. But first of all, I have like the original pot that it came in, and then I take like another glass jar like this one, candle thing, and so I put some rocks inside in order to hold up the pot a little bit, and then I put it back in here like this, and it creates some humidity inside the pot. Keeps like the soil a little bit more moist, which is what the Boston fern likes. And then but then that's not enough. That's what I did first, but the leaves are still browning, and so what I started doing was turns out what they need is for you to water them about every other day, or pretty much every single day. You need to wet the soil along with the leaves. It likes to be like fully drenched every day, and I'll show you how I do that. So I usually do this in my sink or in my bathroom. So first, remove the extra pot, and then I'll just wet the soil like this. First I do that, and then I plug the drain. It's hard to do with like, oh my god, no, my roots. Just make sure the soil is moist, and then I wait until the water goes down a bit. Right, so get the water in here, and once it drains, I add some more water. I do this for a few minutes. Actually, that's a lie. I don't spend a few minutes doing this. I spend a few seconds doing this, and probably do this for like a minute actually. I don't know. I don't time myself. Okay, every now and then, if you lift it, it helps the water drain a bit faster. Okay. Just keep doing that. Okay, so I keep doing that. So yeah, I like this and wet the leaves like that. One tip that I have is Boston ferns really like to make a lot of babies. Like gets lots of new growth. Like, here, let me show you. And it's by looking at the babies, you know whether you're giving it enough water or not. That's kind of what I do. So I don't know if you can see, but this guy here is pretty brown. And so this, okay, and then, okay, you see this one here? These two guys were a little bit brown like this at first. But I think this guy was actually, it started developing a bit later than this guy here. And so this, after I started doing this watering method that I showed you, it started turning green and it's healthy now and it's growing. Whereas this one, I think I caught it too late. And so I have a feeling this guy is not gonna be able to survive. But if you look at this one here, there's like another new one growing. So I know that I'm doing something right. And when you see this guy, like the tip is totally black, it means it dried out, didn't get enough water, whereas this guy is still very green, and so this one is healthy. And so I always like to kind of like check the middle and see if I'm giving it enough water or not. And then I really make sure like the babies get enough water, so I make sure the middle part, that they get the water too, not just like along the sides here, but like the middle as well. And so I do that. Oh, and then also I have another tip. When I take a shower, I try and put the Boston fern like in my shower, like not like in the tub with me, but just like sitting here where it can soak up some humidity, because the leaves like to stay wet or quite damp. And I'm just gonna leave it here like this, and then I'll show you how I wrap everything up. Okay, so I kept my Boston fern in here for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. As you can see, the water has drained on its own. Sometimes it does that. What I do, just put it back in here where there is water already inside. But once the leaves have like somewhat dried, where it's not like dripping wet, I just put it back where it likes to be, which is right around here.